Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault. And you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughened him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case.
Is that correct?
Literally not true. I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for crumb's sake.
Good morning, welcome. Welcome, happy Friday, welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. A little bit late this morning, I do apologize for that. We're here, struggling to get the Lumia stream just does not want to, okay, it's working now, it's working. Okay, it was taking forever. It's made a couple mistakes. First of all, we're on what's called normal latency, which means think of slow mode but for live streaming. I mean, like on my side. So what you're hearing in your ear holes right now is something I said about 30 seconds ago. So there's that. So conversations are going to be a little bit hectic because I can't fix that when we're live, and I didn't notice it until I had just gone live, and I'm like, I can either delete the live stream and everyone get lost about where to go. I was here and then I was gone. So here we are. It's just going to be that way. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Aren't we glad it's Friday? Yay. What happened to the Cowboys last night? Does anybody know? Did they fulfill everyone's hopes and dreams? Or, I don't know. I heard there was a rain delay, which I guess even the weatherman was trying to get involved. It's all good. You probably won't notice a difference other than if you ask a question, you're like, why is he not responding? It's because I did respond, but you won't hear it for 30 seconds. So there's that. So be patient with me today. That's all I ask. Wow. Can I just say wow? Last night, wow. The podcast was incredible. Podcast was great. Last night we had an amazing verdict in the Donna Adelson case. And yes, I've gone and I've listened to a bunch of the interviews that were done afterwards with Georgia, and she's like, "Don't ask me that question. Don't you know the question? Don't ask me. I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to tell you. Why do you guys always ask the same question?" Everyone was asking about Wendy. They're like, "So when does the next one start? Is this?" There's a series in this Adelson saga, right? When's the next one drop? And she's like, "Can't we just celebrate the victory? Like, good job, revel in the experience for at least a couple days." I think that was the clue. A couple days, Wendy. Just saying. A couple days. Maybe you might get a knock at the door. I don't know. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Let me get a couple quick messages here. First of all, we have to say, Leonie H., congratulations, you're first in chat. First in chat is a very important duty as well. Because you're first in chat, we're assigning you a very important duty, and it's maintaining everything IP related worldwide. Everything, all the internet stuff, everything. Let's get that over there. Everything IP related worldwide is your responsibility, and not ours. Quite frankly, that's the good part. So congratulations, this goes on your permanent record. You've won before, you've won again now, and you're going to do great. Thank you for that. That being said, we've got a couple people to celebrate today, not just in birthdays, but in some anniversaries as well. We'll get to the birthdays in just a second. Green-Eyed Cat on the jury, member for 13 months. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Thanks for justice for this fabulous community. Hearts to the Recovery Addict mods and chat. Thank you, Green-Eyed Cat, for that. Appreciate that. 13 months on the jury. Amanda H. gifted 5 memberships to kick things off. Thank you, Amanda, for your generosity. Kim R. says, I'm leaving on a jet plane in the morning, and I'll miss you all. Headed to Aruba. Kim, I think we could have fit in your extra luggage. I mean, the extra baggage fee is a small price to pay to bring us with you. And we would just keep you company. It's not that we wanted to go. It's just we just don't want you to be bored while you're there. Have fun there in Aruba. It's going to be great. Rick Gruber, member for 21 months, OG, says, You said we can't ever leave, so here I am. It's like I've been looking for this door this whole time, but no, Rick, thank you very much. OG, love it. Welcome. Okay, we have a couple birthdays to celebrate, and just like that, Red Pen, even with the delay, nails the timing on delivering the birthday list. We have Elsa, D-Nice, Joshua, Michelle Eliz, Shauna C, 1795, Sarah Beth, Sammy, Dave, Kayla Newell, Vern, Uncle Dude, Terry H, and Julia. A new record. 1, 2, oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2. It's a three-verser. I'm going to need everybody on their best performance. We need the best out of everybody to do this. We are going to sing happy birthday to all those who are celebrating their birthday today, even if their birthday is tomorrow or Sunday. That's why the list is long. It's Friday. We expect a long list. Mondays are similar. So we need to start checking IDs, says Greener. We need proof. At some point, we're not going to be able to do birthday songs for everybody, and that's a sad realization. But well, we can. We're going to keep it up. Okay, Elsa, D-Nice, Joshua, Melissa Is, Shauna C, Sarah Beth, Sammy, Dave, Kayla Newell, Vern, Uncle Dude, Terry H, and Julia. Happy birthday. It's your time for us to celebrate you. So everyone stand up, take a breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elsa, Denise, Joshua, Michelle, Liz, and Shauna C. Happy birthday to you. Okay, we got all the way to Sarah Beth, Sammy, Dave. So these ones are done right here. You can cross them off the list just briefly, just meaning we've sung to you. And now we'll see how far we can get in this batch right here on verse number 2. Everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah Beth, Sammy, Dave, Kayla Newell, and Vern. Happy birthday to you. One more verse. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Uncle Dude, Terry H, and Julia. Happy birthday to you. Ooh. Tell you, after that one, I'm going to have to crack open the Mountain Dew. That was a doozy. Happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating today. I realize there are many wonderful days. Today is your special day. There are a million people you could have celebrated with and a million places you could have been, but you chose to be here with us. Privilege, pleasure, the honor, the joy is ours. Hopefully, we're going to turn that joy back to you, make your day a little more specialer. Begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, Tammy Dunlap's house, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. I missed one in there, but go there too. Ooh, that's a lot of pancakes. That's a whole lot of pancakes. Tammy, get flipping pancakes. All right, one more verse through, and then we have a drum solo to finish things up. I'm a bit proud of myself for doing this one. Happy birthday, Uncle Dude, from your favorite niece, Legally Blonde. Okay, here we go. Drum solo to finish. Everyone, you can, the hi-hats over here, snares down here. Beautiful. Y'all are amazing. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, and thank you for helping me celebrate those birthdays today. Stephanie, member for 18 months, says, I feel at home with y'all. Thanks for that. I added you had some extra letters in here that I fixed. These ones right here, particularly. That's just spelled with an apostrophe where I'm from. Y'all, I feel at home. Thank you, Stephanie. I love it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. We did it. It is Friday. It is Friday, and we don't have any more Donna Adelson trial, which is crazy. It seemed, it wasn't incredibly long, but it seemed like we would be there for longer than we did. But here we are, not just have a verdict, but all we're waiting for is the sentencing, which will happen October 14th, I think. So we're a little over a month out for sentencing. Nothing changes for her. It's not like she's out on the street or, going around and saying her goodbyes and looking up extradition countries. She is still in custody. She will remain in custody. She might get a different cell. Okay, go from jail to prison. That's the transition. But other than that, she is where she will stay. Because we know what the verdict, what the sentence is going to be. For count one, there can be only one sentence, and that is life without parole. That's the only thing statutorily the judge can do. And once that's done, it really doesn't matter if she also gets, another life without parole or anything lesser for any of the other counts. It just, the one supersedes, what's life? It's life in Florida. So, she's probably right now, yes, in a turtle suit, under watch with the PSI. They're worried about self-harm and things like that. So they'll keep an eye on her to make sure nothing bad happens. Let's see. Hang on. What's going on here? Judge McBurney's doing something? What's Judge McBurney up to? Hold on one second. This is not the best video, but
Ms. Rios, who just stepped out, is one of the public defenders in this courtroom, and she had filed a waiver of arraignment and entry of appearance on behalf of Mr. Lewis, who then told her that you, Mr. Gordon, are
Jamal takes off one hat to reveal another.
Mr. Lewis. So I need to confirm that, get you to file an entry and waiver if that's what you're going to do. But I appreciate you jumping on the call on short notice. I just want to clear up for Mr. Lewis and for me how we're moving forward with the case.
Yes, Judge. I've already filed an entry motions, discovery opt-in and waiver of arraignment back in August.
Let me look.
Okay. I thought it was something spicier than it was.
Say back in August, and August was 5 days ago.
Back in August, it was so long ago. Judge Middleton's also live. We might jump to him in just a second. Today we expect to do. Let me tell you what's on the schedule. Actually, let's jump. Hang on, Judge McBurney. We might be back. We're going to bail for a minute. On the schedule today, we have a sentencing at 1:30.
There it is, Ross Gordon, Sperling Law Group, entry of appearance.
Why am I still hearing you, Judge?
I wonder.
Okay, I'm sorry, Judge. I had you still piped into the courtroom. I cannot for the life of me remember the girl's name. Someone will tell me in about 30 seconds. Here's what the drawback is for the delay on chat. I ask the question, then I sit here floundering, helplessly, drowning in my ignorance. As I wait for somebody to put it in chat. Normally with a very short, thank you very much, Red Band. Thank you, Megan Boswell. Normally and now we're going to get 30 seconds of answers as well. Normally with a very short delay, I ask the question, and someone immediately pops the answer up there, and it makes me look smart, and it helps you guys get all the answers. But Amber's here, at least at this point. At this point, you're not getting rid of me. LOL, Megan Boswell. Thank you, Amber. 30 months. OG. Amber, thank you. One of our great mods and a huge support on the channel. Helps out an absolute ton, as all the mods do. Hello, Debbie. Welcome back. Good to have you here. Missed you as well. Let's see. Let's jump to Middleton first. I think he's got. Anyway, Megan Boswell's, I think, at 1:30. I've got to see if that's Eastern time. It's going to be basically after lunch that we expect that sentencing. So we'll go there. Let's see, Judge. What's Judge?
He can't drink any alcohol. He can't engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior.
Oh man, no assaultive behavior.
He'll end up back in jail. So I got to no alcohol, no drugs, domestic violence treatment class, and supervision to make sure that we don't get into this. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is that agreeable with you?
Yeah.
Do you and he have children together?
Yes.
How many?
I have technically 6 kids total, but the one child we have together.
How do you have technically?
And you told me
6?
this before. I try to, because you're not, how old are you? Like 23?
26.
26. You have a busy house.
Yeah.
This Megan Boswell case, that's going to sentencing hits
Well, Ms. Hart,
especially
I don't see
hard.
any reason why I can't go right to sentence here.
I'd ask
Prosecutors
that.
made the offer, I'm complaining witness is here.
It's hard
The
because
law
in
requires
the
in
news there's
rule that
another
I
story.
adjourn these for 10
It's
days
very similar.
to allow input from the complaining witness. In this case,
Well,
the
it's a
complaining
cheerleader.
witness is here.
I think in Kentucky,
I gotta
You
find
s-
that domestic violence.
University of Kentucky or something like that. Cheerleader apparently gave birth, concealed the fact.
So, do you guys still live
Baby's
together on Hatch
remains were found
Street?
in her
I'm
closet.
not Hatch Street no more. We bought our own house.
All
It's
right.
on West Chicago Road, still in Sturgis.
Sturgis. Yeah. It's terribly sad, terribly sad.
Where do you work,
Especially
sir?
considering the options that are there.
Manager at Popeyes.
Hey,
You told me that too, which is where?
In Sturgis.
Popeye Sturgis.
I didn't realize there was a Popeyes in Sturgis.
Now we know we can go there for lunch.
Some people swear by Popeyes.
They have good chicken. It's spicy stuff. It's like Frank's Hot. If you like that type of
How long
spice.
were you in jail?
I was there for Sunday, Saturday, and Monday. I got out at 5.
All right, I'm gonna order
Sunday, Saturday, and
13
Monday.
days, credit 3.
Usually it's
Of
Saturday,
the
Sunday, Monday.
13 days, 10 are deferred. So you're not gonna do any more jail time if you do what I ask you to do. I'm gonna make the fine 0 because you're gonna owe enough other stuff. And this is money away from your family. Size $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee. I'm gonna do a 12-month probation,
I don't
which
know.
is $480.
I don't know the details yet.
You could be discharged early, and you're gonna pay for the class. This is pretty bad stuff. I'm gonna put the whole,
I saw you got one,
DV
Stephanie.
group.
Mine is falling apart, like literally.
No assaultive or threatening behavior, no drugs, and no alcohol. That includes marijuana. Marijuana is legal for adults for recreational purposes. Are you a marijuana user?
Yeah, I am.
How about that? Yeah, you
Are you
need
gonna
to
have to stop while you're on this probation? You're gonna be what we call clean and sober. And your family deserves you to get your act together. You guys got 6 kids in that household. I'm sure every day is exhausting.
Is he talking about being a parent of 6 kids? Because yes, that is exhausting. I can tell you. Thank you, Drama Llama Mama. 1:30 Eastern time for sentencing. We will keep an eye out for that. If I could choose a judge to preside over me, I would choose Judge Middleton. He relaxes. Judge Middleton is great. Gigi Sharebear, happy birthday in advance. Hoping you have a great weekend. I have yard work to do this afternoon.
All right, why don't you take this form
'Cause we have a
downstairs
parade
to the
tomorrow.
probation department.
I still need to buy a flag. Matter of fact, let me check and see if my local hardware store sells flags.
There's not a no contact provision, so you can be together. But I don't want any assaultive or threatening behavior and no alcohol. That may be hard. But it's all for everybody's. All right. I guess we'll just leave it at this. Miss Butts, when did you last check in with your PO?
Yesterday.
All right, I was gonna say you
I
might as
paid
well.
everything in full too. I just have to wait now till October. That'll be my
Alright.
last 6 months.
I was gonna have you just check in with them as long as you were here, but you're already on top of it. All right, I hope you can both do this, both get off probation, have a better circumstance than you have now. You're good to go. You go downstairs in the probation department. We'll
Thank you,
tell you
Ron.
what you need to do next. Mr. Workman, let's do yours, and then we'll take a break, and I'll take these files out. Tim, how are you doing upstairs? Are you done up there? What have you got left for me? All right, Mr. Gary's here. There he is.
This is not working. There it is. Judge Simpson is not quite live yet, but he has somebody who has the San Francisco. Is that the San Francisco Bridge? I think it is. It's a beautiful bridge, whatever it is, as their screensaver. So
With that file, did you give me the
we'll jump to that when it comes.
Oh, here it is. I have it. Are you Michael Anthony Haida?
Yes, I am.
He's
All
landlord
right,
tenant stuff.
welcome. I think I met you at your arraignment. You're from Midland, correct?
I am.
I'd rather not do landlord tenant if I can help it. But I do want to follow live courts today. I don't want to go back and watch anything.
You got arrested here in St. Joseph County on July 12th for operating while intoxicated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's find that one.
It's the Full House Bridge.
There it is.
You have to stop asking us trivia questions because I ask you a
All
question.
right, you got a ticket at 1:06
Get
a.m.
distracted before you give the answer.
South Main Forest Street in Three Rivers at the south end of town. They allege that you were intoxicated. You're driving a 2003 Volkswagen. It appears the prosecutors agreed to reduce this to a charge of impaired driving. Impaired driving is a lesser included offense of operating while intoxicated. Operating while intoxicated, what people normally refer to as drunk driving, is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fine of up to $500, and it requires that your license be suspended. Also carries 6 points. Impaired driving is a lesser included charge. Carries a maximum fine of $300, carries 4 points, and most importantly, would allow you to keep a restricted driver's license to drive back and forth to work. And I'm sure that's important to you. Mr. Workman, that's your understanding of the plea agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Oh, Britta, I'm so sorry. Thanks for keeping us updated so we can keep you in our prayers.
Were you driving a car about 1 o'clock in the morning on July 12th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where were you going?
I was going to the hotel after my friend's wedding.
All right. Where was the wedding reception?
The wedding reception was in Marcellus. Yeah, at a small wedding venue.
All right. You must have got lost. Where was the hotel?
The hotel, I believe, was in Three Rivers.
All right. That's how you happen to be down here in St. Joe County?
Yes, Your Honor.
That happens more often than you think. I was at a wedding reception and a man from outside the area was there at the wedding. And he was drunk. And I was talking to him, boy, that guy's drunk. He thought he was going to stay there. And the people that were hosting didn't want him to stay there because he was so drunk. So he left and was on his way to Three Rivers to a hotel. And he got arrested. I think maybe he went off the road. So he came in here and it was the same guy. I said, well, I can't be the judge. And I saw you, you were drunk.
I'm a witness.
I'd be a witness against you. So Judge Pattison handled the case. Who was the friend that got married?
Moral of the story.
My best friend, Connor Fleming.
Invite judges to your wedding.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking screwdrivers that night.
Is that a thing? Okay,
and
not
what was the blood alcohol?
0.158.
So double.
That'll do it. That's 2 times the legal limit. It doesn't sound like you make a habit of this. We get several hundred drunk driving cases a year. They come in different varieties. Some people get repeat offenses. Some people get one and it lasts a lifetime. It's embarrassing, it's expensive, it's cumbersome, and it was just bad judgment. Did you have anybody in the car with you?
I did not, Your Honor.
Well, you weren't going toward the hotel. I think you got sideways somewhere on Main Street and you overshot probably Broadway, which would have taken you back out to the hotel. Did you know where you were going?
I was just following my friends, Your Honor.
All right. Well, maybe they were lost because this ain't on the way to there.
Quite possible.
Now, you got a lot of points on your license. You got some tickets driving back to the future in some other jurisdictions. This would allow you to keep a restricted license, but if you have too many points, it could suspend you for points. Do you know what your point status is right now?
I believe I have 3 points on my license currently.
All right, then you should be all right. What do you do?
In the summertime, I work for the DNR at Grand Haven State Park. We just wrapped that up for the season, so I'm going to be doing something else for the winter now.
All right. Well, the law requires that I set this for screening and sentencing, which means you get one more free trip to Centerville.
This judge is absolutely amazing. If every judge in a small town could be like this one.
There's a barn out there off M40 near Marcellus, which is a very nice venue. Is that where this was?
It was a barn venue, yes.
He's like, oh, I know the place. I've attended a few venues there. A few events at those venues.
Well, let's pick a date that works for you and for Mr. Workman.
This morning, Mrs. R.A. and I were talking about Benedict Arnold, which is also a drink. And she makes a reference to Benedict Arnold. I'm like, isn't that a drink? And she's like, no, he was a traitor back in the Revolutionary War. And I'm like, remind me what he did again? And he was an American traitor.
Mr. Workman, how's Monday, October
tried to let the British in the back door, basically. And she's like,
what time did you say?
Why do you know it's a drink?
I'm showing. I have a sentencing in Kalamazoo at 8:30 a.m.
So you should be able to make it here by then.
Yeah.
My question was, why did they name him after a drink? And my son said,
construction doesn't start.
I think they named the drink after him. Legally Blonde, I can't click on that, but I'll take your word for it.
Set for sentence 10/6, 25 at 8:30. All right, sir, I think this might be the kind of thing that this might last you a lifetime. You came for the wedding, you came for your arraignment, you came for the pretrial, and you're going to come for the sentence. About almost 4 hours from here to Midland. But we'll have one more date, October 6th. I want you to take this out to the counter, and I'll give you a time and date to come in for your screening and sentencing. All right, I'm going to take some of these files out. Don't go away. We'll be back in about a minute. Also, I'll see if anybody brought in cookies.
We need that sound. We need that sound bite. Hang on, I have to go back. I have to go back. I went way too far, I think. We need the cookie sound bite.
Set for sentence 10/6, 25 at 8:30. All right, sir, I think this might be the kind of thing that this might last you a lifetime. You came for the wedding, you came for your arraignment, you came for the pretrial, and you're going to come for the sentence. About almost 4 hours from here to Midland. But we'll have one more date, October 6th. I want you to take this out to the counter, and I'll give you a time and date to come in for your screening and sentencing. All right, I'm going to take some of these files out. Don't go away. We'll be back in about a minute. Also, I'll see if anybody brought in cookies.
Judge will give you 5 minutes.
All right. Yeah, it might take me a couple minutes if there's a cookie. And I'll take a look at what I've got here, because I've got about 12 or more cases up here.
Good. We're going to skip ahead then and just get live. Okay. That's funny. You got to have the cookies.
That's only 9 minutes.
Yeah, I told you I was rewinding to let you hear the cookies, so I could save that clip. He's my favorite judge. He's one of my favorites just for he is so mellow. He is so laid back. I mean, we've seen him get a little bit upset, and that's scary, but it's just kick back, taking it easy. Give the judge a minute. If he comes back with powdered sugar all over his face, we know there are donuts back there. So if you invite the judge to your wedding and then you drink too much and get caught attempting to travel, which I don't recommend, the judge has to recuse himself. Just invite all the judges. Invite all the judges in the county. It's like a get out of jail free card. More life tips. Please subscribe to the channel. I say that as someone who doesn't drink, so I don't recommend drinking or drinking and driving. But Judge Dad is the opposite. Let me check and see if Judge Dad is doing anything today. We're still waiting for Judge Simpson to start, but his landlord tenant issue, so I'm not really excited about following that. Let's see, Judge Dad. What's Judge Dad's name? What's Judge Dad's name? I don't think he works on Friday. If I was a judge, I wouldn't either. I was thinking McBurney. Okay, that's not him. Judge Middleton is being forced to retire in December. Oh, no. Oh, no. He served the maximum time he can as a judge. Can you imagine trying to fill his shoes? Walking in there and like, okay, who are you? I'm like, what do you mean? You don't know me? The last judge knew me. He knew my life story, knew my ancestors. McNally, thank you. I could not remember. It's Friday. It's Friday morning. It's been a long week. So let's see. We've got maybe something from Judge Bryant we could get to. That was 2 days ago. Judge Kristen Simmons is up. What's she doing here? Looks like just regular stuff. Nothing exciting. There's got to be cookies back there. Nina Nana Linda, member for 31 months. OG says, congratulations, RA, on being a grandpa. I love being a nana. One set calls me Nina, hence the Nina Nana. I'm so happy for you all. The name gets chosen for you and it sticks. So I'm excited about finding what I'm going to be for the rest of my life. All right, we definitely need a retirement song for the judge dad to play on his retirement day. Oh, that would be epic. We need to assemble a list of things to include in the song that do not directly poke fun at a defendant, right? They have to be Middleton moments, not moments that happened in Middleton's court. Does that make sense? For the best chance of him wanting to hear it or play it, it's got to be good. Kayla Newell, happy birthday. I was coloring hair. Happy birthday. I think we sang to you. We sang to a lot of people today, Kayla. I think you were on the list. I'm pretty sure you were. If not, happy birthday. We'll make it up to you. Clip some of his statements. If we could take some of his statements and put them into AI and have them be a song. I'm not very good at auto-tuning. I know somebody could take his actual voice and make it into the song, but that's difficult for me anyway. Okay, I'm looking for other options to see if there's anything else happening this Friday. It's awfully quiet in the world of crime. A little early for the West Coast to come online, so nothing out of Washington yet. Thurston, we've been to Thurston.
No cookies.
What? Okay, stop. We need to rewind.
All right.
I need to rewind again. Hang
Mr.
on.
George.
We only need to go back about that far.
No cookies.
No.
All right. Mr. George, Mr. Espinal Lazaro called and he wanted to know if he could reset. Jordan indicated she had the case. It got deferred to you.
Mr. Rios?
Yeah, Rios.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he needs an interpreter, and he was willing to come, but you don't know anything about it yet, and it might be safer. So, Lapita, if you can hear me, go ahead and reschedule Mr. Rios.
Can I give this to you right now, Jared?
Yes.
This is the paperwork for it.
Mr. Fair, why don't you come up and have a seat?
I think we might have a new one for you here. Hang on just one second.
Well, I'll just do a last pretrial.
I've never been to this court. We're gonna do a quick jump. Quick jump. Ready?
And the upstate individual deliverer. So I find that it's appropriate under preponderance of the evidence to score 10 points. I also note that it's not insignificant to the court, and Mr. Brown made clear in his objection, there's a significant difference between a leader being scored leader points in this case and not being scored them. The difference is the difference between 51 to 85 months for the delivery offense and 72 to 120 as it was scored. But regardless of that significant difference, I still find the scoring to be supported by preponderance of the evidence. And so I'm going to keep the scoring the same, only the defense objection. Did you have other objections to the scoring guidelines, Mr. Brown?
No, Your Honor, I would mention one thing with the PRV 7, which is subsequent or that way because it results in a mandatory consecutive sentence, but I don't believe that is what the statute's referring to. I believe that is referring to the parole status because neither one of the independent charges here require a consecutive sentence on their own.
I think
they can be run.
The lectern has a broken arm.
Together, consecutive to the parole violation. That is my understanding. I wanted to clarify that for my client.
Are you making an objection to PRV 7?
I guess I am not going to object to it, Your Honor. My client wanted to mention that.
Okay, that's fair. Mr. Rowland, did you want to make a response to the non-objection to PRV 7?
No, Judge, but I would indicate for the record that it's also my understanding that
the lawyer on the far table is talking right now.
PRV 7 that would not add some additional type of consecutive sentencing provisions that are not provided for by statute. I mean, Mr. Brown's correct that if it's consecutive to a parole violation sentence.
Mr. Krause, you have every right to bring up to your attorney what you think are valid scoring objections. That's part of the work and the go-between between a defendant and a criminal defense attorney. However, the criminal defense attorney is the one who determines whether or not to make challenge to scoring. And so while I understand your position, I go by what your attorney has decided to do in not making a challenge to PRV 7. I'm also making the finding that PRV 7 scored at 10 points is absolutely appropriate under this circumstance because in this circumstance, you're convicted of 2 separate subsequent or current felony convictions. More specifically, the PSI reveals that you have a offense that you're being sentenced on here, which is the controlled substance delivery or manufacture of narcotic. And this was on Oscoda County was dismissed. That's not applicable.
What state is this in?
The offense number 10 of 10, which is an 11/13/2024 offense date. That's this independent case. You're convicted of maintaining a drug house and delivery or manufacture of methamphetamine. That involves 2 separate offenses, and there's not any mandatory consecutive sentencing between the 2 of them. If there were mandatory consecutive sentencing between those 2 offenses, that might have an impact on the scoring of PRV 7. There is mandatory consecutive sentencing between these 2 offenses and your parole status. That's as a matter of state law. But that doesn't affect the ability of the court to score PRV 7 at 10 points as it was scored. So I find that scoring to be appropriate.
Maddie,
I've addressed it even though, again, your attorney hasn't brought it up. But I understand why you would want it to be brought up as well. Mr. Rowland, did you have allocution on behalf of the people?
Briefly, Judge. Thank you. These are defendants' 2nd and 3rd felonies, 3rd and 4th controlled substance cases. These were hand-to-hand buys, as the court's already indicated the process on the record. He was last sentenced for a methamphetamine charge. That's number 8 of 10. He got 50 months to 20 years. The sentence in this particular case should be greater. Otherwise, the purpose of sentencing where persons repeat the same type of criminal behavior, especially if they're on probation or parole for those type of sentences, would make little sense if they got a lesser sentence the second time than the sentence that was previously imposed for this. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Brown?
Your Honor, this was a strange PSI to look at for me, and I think it accentuates the hold that methamphetamine can have over some people. This is a relatively light record with mostly misdemeanors. The only felonies here, and this is only his 2nd and 3rd felony, there was only 1 prior, Yet because of the nature of it,
we're about
we're
ready to
looking at
bail
a
on this
minimum
one.
guideline range of 6 years. So he does understand the power that methamphetamine has, and he's very cognizant of the fact he has an addiction. He has made valuable the time that he has spent incarcerated at the MDOC. He was
Okay, we're going to
working
bail.
there
We're going to go to
as best
Judge
that he
Babcock.
could. He was taking advantage of.
Or we don't like doing that. You certainly don't want that. Number 3, you may not use alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal controlled substance. If you have any prescriptions, you must take all prescriptions as prescribed. Do you have a medical
Hence the
marijuana
term
card, sir?
Prescription.
No, I do not, ma'am. Your Honor.
Okay, so you may not use marijuana at all while this case is pending, and you may not apply for a medical marijuana card without prior permission from this court.
Kim, thank you very much.
You may not
14
possess
months.
or purchase a firearm or other dangerous weapon. You may not engage in any harassing, intimidating, violent, threatening, or stalking behavior towards anyone. I'm going to create a no contact order with Molly Allison Grace Tompkins. You may not be within 1,000 feet of her. You may not have anyone else contact her on your behalf, like third-party contact. You may not use social media to contact her or follow her, etc. Okay.
Even on social media.
Attorney Vachon, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Diaz, a few things. First, your case is coming back before me, and I sincerely wish you the best of luck as you go through this process.
Because you're going to need
Second, I know you're a grown-up, but to me, you are still a relatively young person, and we see a lot of young people or relatively young people in this court all the time for one bad experience. It gets resolved one way or another, and we never see them again. And that is my hope for you. This becomes a distant memory as soon as possible. Lastly, the most important thing you can do for yourself while this case is pending is ask your attorney anytime you have a question. What's a probable cause conference? Ask your attorney. What does that phrase mean? Ask your attorney.
Those
and
amount to
perhaps
what's
most
called billable
importantly,
hours.
what can I do to help get this matter resolved? Okay? All right. Thank you. That is all for this record. Attorney Vachon, do you want a breakout room?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. That is all.
All right.
Mr. Diaz needs to contact Pretrial Services.
Excuse me. One last thing. Mr. Diaz, I want you to contact
She forgot this part. Pretrial
30th
services.
Circuit Court's Pretrial Services.
We're going to jump
by
back
4
over to
p.m.
Middleton.
today.
And I'm going to take you with me because it's that
You're
easy.
back. Are you in Cole or are you in Constantine?
I'm with my parents still, waiting to okay to, yeah, because we're getting ready to sell the house here in a couple of weeks to, you know, I'm trying to help her change a few places and things. She needs to have a fresh start. So, just 2 weeks, our house will be going up for sale on top.
Okay.
Anyways, just got to finish the living room up on the remodel. And,
Well, I don't see that you owe me any money.
am I even with you? I was going to ask you on that. 'Cause I knew I owed you.
I thought you did.
Even with you? I thought I owed you.
I don't see it.
But I actually paid $50 yesterday, you know.
All right.
When I got
Oh, there it is. You owe me $209. You got an unpaid disturbing the peace. You paid $50 yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, we'll set a final pretrial. You know how to get a hold of your lawyer. He's represented you before in some other matters.
Is it, before you make final judgment, is it okay that I can go over there and finish?
Finish what?
Floor, remodel the house? Because you told us not to. Unless you want to drop that so we can be, you know, within 50 feet of each other or something, you know?
No, not till we've resolved this.
Okay, so I'll just have to wait then. I mean,
yes, you will.
When she's gone or whatever.
Okay. We're going to do one more jump.
Thank you.
We're going to go to Judge Wolf
our
where Josh is.
no-show is Anthony Montgomery.
We're going to go to Judge Wolf.
I acknowledge receiving a copy of the petition and waive formal reading of the same on behalf of the defendant, enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. You want to set this for hearing later this month?
Yes, sir, please.
That would be on, looking out, 29th of September.
Yes, sir.
Your lawyer will be up to talk with you and get you ready for a hearing on our disposition on September the 29th.
All right,
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to jump right now to make it a little bit louder. We haven't seen Judge Wolf in the Heavenly Wood courtroom in quite a while. It's been a little bit rare.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
Warren Esteban Brooks.
Mr. Brooks, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of probation violation. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
You were my elbow counsel last time, Judge. We went cross-eyed.
I went cross-eyed.
I was supposed to have an update in September. I've been running the diner down there at Shoney's, and I went to Natchez Trace, and I got on ADD medicine. I have a prescription for sulfameth, SULFAMETH, and I got wary that when I reported to my probation officer, I got wary, Pop. That's all it was. I got wary. But I got clean toxins and I got check stubs. I got a clean record. I just need to be reinstated, Pop. They got me on 8/31 and they got me on 8/30 after the beauty pageant. Me and my daughter, we won the beauty pageant down there. And we won the beauty pageant and she came in first place and I was walking home and I've lost my job at Shoney's. Mr. Dan, he's the owner. I've been here for 4 days, Pop. Mr. Wolf, I just need to be reinstated. I can piss in the cup. I just need to go home, Mr. Wolf. I'm running the diner down there. I'm a dishwasher down there in Shoney's. Please, Mr. Wolf. Please.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you so that they can help you with what you're saying is taking place.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to give a copy of the charges and enter a plea of not guilty. And then the public defender will talk with you, and if they can establish what you're saying as far as the reason that you may have tested, then we'll go from there.
Thank you so much, Judge Wolf. I just got to talk to Mr. Dan and get my job back. I run that daggum diner down there in Shoney's, Mr. Dan. You come on down there and see us.
Well, I want you to understand the public defender is going to be there to represent you, so let them help you with your defense, and we'll see how we can get this worked out, all right?
Thank you so much, Judge Wolf. I love you, family.
Will that be on September 29, Your Honor?
September 29.
Yes, sir.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Judge Wolf. Damn it. Oh, thank you, Jesus. September 29.
Well, his daughter won the pageant that he was talking about, so, okay.
You guys, you saw it here live first. That was... Wow.
Oh, it's nice to have satisfaction.
Hi.
How happy are you?
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Joshua Christian.
Mr. Christian, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of probation violation. You have the right to an attorney to represent you. Would you like to have a lawyer?
No, sir.
You do not want a lawyer?
No.
All right. I want to make sure you understand what you're charged with. It is alleged that you were placed on probation on or about the 14th day of July of this year for driving under the influence of an intoxicant, first offense, reckless endangerment, and felony reckless endangerment by a vehicle. And you were sentenced to a probation for a period of 1 year. It is alleged that you have violated that by violation of Rule 8, because on July 17, 2025, you submitted to a drug screen using a 13-panel urinalysis test, and you tested positive for fentanyl and MDMA. On July 25th, the results were confirmed by Allaire Toxicology Services. So that is what the charge is, and if you are found guilty of that, then you're facing the revocation of your sentence of 1 year, and you would have to serve that in prison. So I ask you again, do you now wish to have a lawyer represent you on this matter?
I imagine I would then.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
A public defender will be appointed.
May I speak? Say one last thing?
I'm sorry?
The drug test was given to me less than 72 hours after I pleaded guilty. I don't know if that matters any, but I didn't have any time to clean.
That's the thing you need to explain to your lawyer and let him, Mr. Talbot's here with the public defender's office. He will come and talk with you about it, and we'll let you know what the possible defenses might be to this drug test situation. So I'm going to appoint the public defender and enter a plea of not guilty and set it for September 29th.
Yes, sir.
He'll be up to talk with you and see what that can work out.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Timothy, I'm sorry. Just have a seat.
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Mr. Dawson.
Mr. Dawson, you're here to on an indictment charging you with possession of methamphetamine with intent to deliver over 0.5 grams, simple possession of a Schedule 1 drug, simple possession of a Schedule 2 drug, simple possession of a Schedule 6 drug, and unlawful drug paraphernalia. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
I've already been to court I've already had an attorney appointed. Also,
All right, was it the
I've had a
public?
preliminary hearing. I've already had a preliminary hearing and everything on all this.
Oh, sir, I represented Mr. Dawson in the
Right.
preliminary hearing in general
The
session.
lawyer that you previously had is here, and I'm appointing him to represent you with, he's with the
This is a
public
new
defender's
case.
office. So we'll
And Your Honor, I acknowledge receiving a copy of the indictment. I waive formal reading of the same. On behalf of Mr. Dawson, I enter a plea of not guilty.
plea of not guilty is entered. Do we want to set this for a status day, or how do you want to handle it, gentlemen? January 7th. All right, January 7th for status. What that means that your lawyer is going to come talk with you, get you up to date on what the status is and what the evidence is against you, and we'll see you on January the 7th. If you're able to resolve it, then we'll let you dispose of the case by an agreement. If not, then we'll set you a trial date. All right?
Okay, Your Honor, I got one question. I've got a court date for September the 29th.
That's a violation of probation, and I don't have that one on my docket, but that will likely be continued until after this January 7th date.
Okay, that's what I couldn't understand. I thought they had them all the same day.
Right.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. Is that all?
You're fine. Yeah, we're done with you. They'll be up to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Judge Wolf has a crazy docket today. He's had some wild ones.
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Chaz Green.
I think he just got woken up.
Page 6. Green, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of aggravated domestic assault. In one indictment. Another indictment is charging you with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon and knowingly violating a condition of release, as well as a violation of conditional release. You have a multi-count indictment, and as a result of that, you have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, sir.
Public defender?
Yeah, I should have Odom.
Did you have a lawyer in the lower court appointed for you?
Yes, sir. I had Mr. Odom.
Mark Odell?
Yes, sir.
Mark Odell.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and appoint Mr. Odell to represent you as well. And let's stand in for Mr. Odle, if you will, Mr. Talbot.
Standing in for Mr. Odle, I acknowledge receipt of a copy of the indictment and waive formal reading of the same on behalf of the defendant. Enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. This is General Sylvie's case. Do we know if she wants to set a trial date? And General Sylvie, you're here. Just didn't see you in the back there.
Come on up. Come on down.
They're looking for those dates, I think. Is that a trial date or a status date? So the December 1st is a status day?
If we could set it for a status with that as well.
All right. Mr. Green, we're going to put these new cases with some that are already pending on December the 1st, so that these will also be set for that day to let your lawyer work on these cases as well as the other cases. So a plea of not guilty is entered, and Mr. Odle will be given a copy of these charges, and he'll be up to talk with you as quickly as he can.
Okay, yes, sir. And then is there any way about the bond source hearing or anything?
Mr. Odle will have to file a motion for a bond, and then we can deal with it at an appropriate time.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. What is your name?
LaMarcus Jackson.
Mr. Jackson. Jackson's on page 7. Public defender represents Mr. Jackson.
Yes, sir. And we'd already been appointed for a VOP on 10/20. I understand this is an amendment he needs to be arraigned on.
This is an arraignment on an amended violation of probation, and the original one is set for October the 20th, so we'll leave this one.
Could we move it up to this month, Your Honor? I think we can probably get it resolved.
That's fine. We'll show the public defenders appointed to represent the defendant on this new amended charge, and we'll set it for hearing on September the 29th.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
He was not as happy. A few people in the courtroom still waiting for their case to be called. They're just trying to get...
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Garrett Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're here to be arraigned on an indictment charging you with possession of methamphetamine and of 20.26 grams or more, and also possession of manufacturing or delivery or sale or conspiracy to do that of certain drugs, and money laundering. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, sir.
Public defender?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Your Honor, I acknowledge receipt of a copy of the indictment, waive formal reading of the same, and on behalf of the defendant, enter a plea of not guilty.
Now, there are three co-defendants, is that correct? Any idea of whether or not that presents an issue for you?
No, sir, no issue.
All right, we'll leave you in the case until then. All right, General Stevenson, you wish to let me know how you want to handle the scheduling of this?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm busy trying to make something.
January 7th. All right, January 7th for status. Public defender's been appointed you to represent you, Mr. Jones, and they'll be up to talk with you and get you ready for either a disposition on your case in January or we'll assign a trial date. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Ronnie McCoy. Judge,
Sir?
I've been here almost 3 years and I've never seen the evidence the state has against me or anything else.
3 years?
I don't know. Matthew Bruner was my attorney and he withdrew, and now I've had, since February, I've had three different attorneys that's had conflict or whatever. But I still have yet to see what the state has against me.
That would not be my biggest issue about being in for 3 years. I would be, where's my speedy trial?
All right, Mr. McCoy, the problem that we have is that you're one of a number of defendants that were all on a conspiracy count, and I think there were like 27 defendants that were charged in one indictment.
Whoa.
That presents ethical problems for lawyers to represent more than one of these individuals, and I understand that you've been awaiting trial for a long period of time, and the problem is that we keep appointing attorneys who, for whatever reason, have to withdraw. For example, the attorney that we appointed the last go-round,
that's not his problem.
an attorney named Vid Sanker, has now surrendered his law license. He is no longer practicing. And as a result of that, I've got to find another attorney for you. Let's bring Mr. McCoy over at 1 o'clock for me to, and I'm going to find you a lawyer, and we're going to deal with your situation as quickly as we can to try to get something done one way or the other in your case. So we'll bring you over here at 1 o'clock, and I'll see what I can find out between now and then, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
So the judge looks at those dates and says, yeah, we might have an issue. Let's move this up to the front of the pile. That might not be enough. A good lawyer should be filing some motions here, unless he's waived his right to speedy trial.
Good morning.
He's
What
no
is your
Sarah
name,
Boone.
please?
Randall Robinson.
Kurt volunteers as tribute. The lawyers left for their own reasons. With 27 defendants in a small town,
All right, Mr.
rural
Robinson,
Tennessee.
you're here to be arraigned on an indictment charging with violation of the sex offender registry form in violation of community supervision. In one indictment, you're also charged with resisting a stop, arrest, and search and evading arrest in a separate indictment. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Yes, sir. I acknowledge receipt of a copy of the indictments and waive formal reading of the same on behalf of the defendant, enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. General Bryson. All right, be set for status on January the 7th. We're setting it for January the 7th of 2026 for you to dispose of your case by an agreement, or we'll assign a trial date on that day if you've not been able to arrive at an agreement. If you get something worked out with your lawyer, then it can be taken up earlier than that on a different court date. But right now, that's where we're setting it.
And what's my attorney's name, sir?
Go ahead.
My name is Zachary Talbot. I'm with the Public Defender's Office.
Okay. Good.
All right, thank
Judge Wolf has had a wild one this morning. And the courtroom's still filling up.
Morning. What is your name, please?
Walter Whitmore.
On page 18. Mr. Whitmore, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of violation of probation. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
No, sir.
No?
No.
All right. Let me arraign you on this charge. You are charged with having been placed on probation on or about the 25th day of February 2014 for the offense of promotion of manufacturing of methamphetamine, and that you were sentenced to 2 years, and that you had allegedly violated your probation by violation of Rule 5 in that on or about January the 15th of 2015, you had been kicked out of your last reported residence and had not contacted your probation officer to update your address. And for that reason, there was a violation of probation warrant that was issued. It's also alleged that you last reported to probation December the 22nd, 2014, and failed to report for the month of January 2015. And you also have not paid your supervisory fees or your court costs. Now, I'm not sure of exactly what the circumstances were in this case, but because of the fact that this is a case that's pending since 2015, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you because there's an issue that's come up with some appellate court decisions that I think you need to make sure that you get the benefit of legal expertise to raise any issues that might exist.
All right.
Public defender will be appointed. We'll set it for September the 29th. Plea of not guilty is entered.
Yes, sir.
I understand you. I know you're well aware of the issue that I'm concerned about. So.
Yeah.
All right. September 29th.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Ladera Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here to be arraigned on an indictment charging you with theft of property, simple possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer?
It's an all too common set of charges right there.
Present today or just in general?
I'm sorry, you want to have a lawyer appointed for you?
It's not just a today lawyer.
For now, yes, sir.
All right.
For now, and then
Public
later I'll
defender
dismiss
will be appointed. Sorry.
Your Honor, I acknowledge receiving a copy of the indictment, waive formal reading of the same, and not guilty on behalf of the defendant.
All right.
Did all that while he's still
January
checking the
7th,
indictment.
Except for status on January the 7th of 2026. What that means is that we're going to give your lawyer time to work on the resolution of your case. If it's able to be resolved by an agreement, then we'll take it up either before or on January the 7th. And on January the 7th, if it's not resolved, we will assign a trial date. Thank you.
Is that it?
Yep, they'll be up to talk with you and try to get you ready for disposition or trial.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Flying through these arraignments. We don't need to see that, man. Pull them up. Pull them up.
Deputy Dawson, could you put my F1 out, please? And then I need you to escort the inspector, if you don't mind.
Mike's hot in the jail. Doors open. It's pretty noisy. If you don't like those sort of sounds pretty much 24/7, don't do something that will get you in jail.
Take up the regular docket as well. So.
Let's do the regular docket, Judge. Those are fun.
We'll start down through the regular docket until we're able to get some more inmates brought in. On page 3, 2025 CR 210, State versus Corey James Cameron.
Let's see who's in the gallery. Nobody? They must be the ones at the table. Okay.
Mr. Cameron here. Let's all look around and see. Anybody see Corey James Cameron?
I believe he's an inmate, Your Honor.
We don't have him in jail, so I guess that
Maybe
would
he's an
explain
escapee.
why we're looking around for. Do we not have him in jail? All right, well, let's see who we got at the jail. I need you to unmute the jail's video, please.
Waiting for the bailiff. Come in, press the button. Inmates are not allowed to do that.
I need you to unmute the jail video, please.
I guess he is.
There you go. Good morning. What is your name?
Christine.
King, you're here to be arraigned on an indictment charging you with aggravated burglary of a habitation, theft of property, falsely representing yourself as a lawyer.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And financial exploitation of an elderly or vulnerable person and criminal impersonation.
Wow. He went the full catch me if you can route. And did he tell the cops?
You represented, well, I don't want to ask you any questions, but the indictment on count 3 states that the grand jurors aforesaid upon their oaths aforesaid do further present and say that on or about July 30th, 2025, and prior to the finding of this indictment in the county and state aforesaid that said Christopher Lane King and Amanda M. Roberts then and there did unlawfully, feloniously, directly or indirectly, falsely represent themselves as a lawyer, to wit, Roger Wainick, in violation of TCA 23-3-108, Class C felony, all of which is against the peace and dignity. That's the first time I've ever seen, in, I'm not even going to say how many years I've been in the legal profession, but I've never seen that charge. In any event, you have the right to an attorney, an actual attorney.
You
Mr.
committed
King.
an original
Would you like
crime.
to have an actual attorney represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do we want to appoint Mr. Wainick to represent him? So,
just don't appoint the one he pretended to be, whatever you do. Might have a conflict there.
are you wanting to be appointed?
He's like, no, I'd like to be pro se.
Does the public defender have any reason that you couldn't represent this defendant?
I'll handle it myself, Judge.
You would have a conflict.
I'm a bit of a legal scholar on the weekends. Wow.
This is what's wrong with my hand scribble list?
Judge Wolf was impressed. He's like, wow, this is the first time. I've never seen somebody pretend to be a lawyer before. Got a Zerber from the judge. Nice. A little raspberry for everybody. I really love Judge Wolf. He's no nonsense, straightforward, doesn't get riled up. He has, well, now he's seen it all. Up until now, he'd seen everything but
Mr.
this.
Atchison, you're first on the list. Do you know of a reason you couldn't represent this defendant? All right.
Nobody wants
Mr. King, I'm going to appoint Mark Atchison, who's an accomplished and skilled litigator in his own right, and we will appoint him to represent you.
He actually has a bar card, as opposed to yourself.
Judge, I'd acknowledge receipt of the indictment, waive formal reading, and enter a plea of not guilty at this
Plea
time.
of not guilty is entered. We want to set this for status on January the 7th. All right, we've set it for status on January the 7th of 2026, and your lawyer will be up to talk with you and see if he can get you ready either for a resolution by an agreement, or we'll set you a trial date on January the 7th of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Eckford Jefferson.
Mr. Eckford, you are here today to be arraigned on a charge of violation of probation. You have the right to an attorney to represent you. Do you want a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Public Defender's Office will be appointed.
Acknowledge receiving a copy of the petition, waive formal reading of the same, and enter on behalf of the defendant a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered, set for hearing on September 29th.
Sir.
Lawyer will be up to talk with you and get you ready for a hearing on September the 29th. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You go at the very end of the line, you come next.
Kelly H, thank you very much for the super chat.
Good morning. What is your name?
Works.
Mr. Wolf.
He's got the blues. got the blue outfit.
Dog, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of violation of probation. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
I can't afford one.
Okay. Do you have some other charges? Are those still pending, and do you have a lawyer on those charges?
Only charges I know I have is in general sessions, but it was all taken care of.
Well, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you since you're in jail.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I acknowledge receiving a copy of the petition of the warrant and await formal reading of the same and enter on behalf of the defendant a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. Do you want to set this for the September 29th day?
Please, Your Honor.
All right, September 29th. Public defender will be up to talk with you and get you ready for a hearing on that day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning. What is your name, please?
Raymond Perez.
Page 13. Mr. Perez, you're here today to be arraigned on a charge of possession of Schedule 6 drugs, possession of a firearm with intent to go armed during a dangerous felony, possession of unlawful drug paraphernalia, violation of a no-contact order, and possession of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer?
If I get one appointed to me.
Yes. Public Defender's Office is here. They'll be appointed to represent you.
Yes, Judge. I acknowledge receipt of a copy of the indictment, wait formal reading of the same, and on behalf of the defendant, enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. General Bryson, you want that January 7th date? We're going to set you for status on January the 7th. If your case can be resolved either before then or by then, if not, we will give you a trial date on January the 7th. Your lawyer will be up to try to talk with you and get you ready for a disposition or for a trial. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Is there a way I can get a bond reduction?
Well, I'm going to let your lawyer talk to you. This is the beginning of our month in September, so your lawyer can talk with you about the bond issue, and if there needs to be a bond reduction or a bond motion, then they can file it for you, and then we'll set you for a hearing, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so they'll be up to talk with you about all those things.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Good morning. What is your name?
Kevin Spicer.
Kevin Spicer's on page 15. Mr. Spicer, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of probation violation. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, sir.
Public Defender's Office is here, and they will be appointed to represent you.
Your Honor, I acknowledge receiving a copy of the warrant, wait formal reading of the same, and on behalf of the defendant, enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. We'll set you for hearing on September the 29th. Public Defender's Office has several attorneys. One of them will be up to talk with you about your case and get you ready for a hearing on September the 29th, okay?
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who's next?
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Stewart.
You sound just like the last guy.
Stewart, you are here to be arraigned on an indictment charging you with theft of property with a value of $10,000 to $60,000, a Class C felony. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, sir.
The public defender's office is here. They will be appointed to represent you. All right, public defender's office has a conflict, so we will
conflicted. That means
appoint
they're
Mr. Nathan Brown
to one person or the other,
who is not here at the moment, but I don't think.
What's the conflict?
Doesn't matter.
Conflict is that they may represent one of the other
parties,
defendants, or they may have represented one of the victims in the case or had some conflict in that way. They're not necessarily required to tell me what their conflict is, but the Code of Professional Responsibility requires them to advise me if they have a conflict that would prevent them from being able to ethically represent you. For example, you want a lawyer whose only concern is your best interest. You don't want a lawyer who's torn between whether this is going to benefit you or their other client. That's the whole idea behind a conflict of interest. So we're going to appoint Mr. Nathan Brown, who does not have that conflict. And standing in for Mr. Brown, would you, Mr. Talbot, please, for the indictment, for the arraignment?
Thank you, Your Honor. I acknowledge receiving a copy of the indictment, waive formal reading of the same, and on behalf of the defendant and on his attorney, enter a plea of not guilty.
All right. Plea of not guilty is entered. General Wojnarowski, we're going to set this for January the 7th of 2026. Mr. Brown is going to be given a copy of these charges. He'll be up to talk with you as soon as he can arrange it and get you ready for either a disposition by an agreement at some point, or if you cannot resolve it by an agreement, then on January the 7th, I will set you a trial date.
All right.
All right, thank you. He'll be up to talk with you as soon as he can. Thank you. Good morning. What is your name?
William Stout.
Mr. Stout, you're here today to be arraigned on a charge of possession with intent of more than 0.5 grams of a Schedule I drug and cocaine, as well as fentanyl and drug paraphernalia. Count one is methamphetamine, more than 0.5 grams. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, please.
All right. Does the public defender know of any conflict you would have in this case? All right. The public defender has a conflict. We will appoint Mr. Jacob Findley of the Clarksville Bar, Montgomery County Bar. He'll be notified of his appointment and be in to talk with you. You wish to stand in for him for arraignment?
Yes, sir.
Hand that to him.
Your Honor, I acknowledge receiving a copy of the indictment and waive formal reading of the same, and on behalf of the defendant and his attorney, enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. We'll set it for status on January the 7th. That means your lawyer will be up to talk with you and see if he can get you, we have to advise him of his appointment, and then he will may need to make arrangements to come talk with you. And then once he has been able to talk with you, we will see if it's able to be resolved by an agreement. If not, on January the 7th of 2026, I will set you a trial date.
That's a
so
long
they'll be
way
up to
out.
talk with you.
This judge has such a huge workload. He's buried in work. He's actually testified to the legislature in Tennessee, appealing for more money to hire another judge, to hire help.
Good morning. What is your name?
Larry Tanksley.
Larry Tanksley. Mr. Tanksley will be arraigned on a charge of assault with bodily injury and theft. You have a lawyer named Roger Wainick that represents you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Wainick, has he filed a waiver? All right. Mr. Wainick is apparently in transit somewhere, so we'll Let's go ahead and stand in for arraignment. Since you have a lawyer, do you wish to have a formal reading of this indictment?
No, sir.
All right, standing in for Mr. Wainick, the Public Defender's Office has waived the formal reading of the indictment, entered a plea of not guilty. General Sylvie, how do you wish to handle this scheduling?
The public defender didn't even say that. The judge just assumed that's what he wanted to do.
Your Honor, if you want to go ahead and set it for a trial date. Right.
All right, you want to set it for trial in January?
We'll go ahead and do that. That'll give Mr. Wayne a discovery. Do that. So we can set it for trial in January.
They're really backed up. Like,
well, that
Georgia
judge in
style.
January may not agree to that because of the fact that's contrary to his scheduling order.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, he can be difficult to get along with sometimes, and I've heard, so.
He's talking about himself.
I defer to the court then.
No.
Set it how.
To stay consistent with it, then we'll set it for January the 7th for status. And if you don't resolve it on that day, we'll give you a trial date. So,
Okay.
many days as we might have in January, we might be able to even try it in January, but I'd rather just put it for status right now. My rule is that, as you know, under this new process that I'm following, once we set it for trial, it goes to trial or they plead to the indictment and go to sentencing. So that's why I don't want to set it for trial in front of me unless.
That status date will be.
Right. Thank you.
He's trying to expedite things.
I know you want to stay on good terms with that judge anyway, so.
Yes, you do. He's talking about himself. Judith, that's our goal.
Mr. Tanksley, your lawyer will be advised
for a couple more
of the
hours.
fact that we're setting you for January we just lost the jail, so.
They let everybody go.
While we're trying to get the reclaim the jails video, I'll go
something.
back to calling the regular docket. So.
That's the people that are
Do we
here.
ever find out whether or not Mr. Cameron is
with us?
1 o'clock. All right. 2025 CR 77 State versus William Grant Darden.
We do have a pinned comment showing we are going to Megan
All right, I'll
Boswell's
put it on the
sentencing
second call.
1:30, which is after lunch.
/ 2023 CR 336 State versus Gregory Arnie Hansard III.
That is the state's motion to continue, Your Honor, and then we also have a 412 hearing set for today.
Hey, you're back.
So,
Don't push that button. Whatever you do, don't push the one you did about a minute ago.
The motion to continue, is there any opposition to the motion?
No, sir.
All right, do we need to go ahead and schedule for this month the 412 motion?
I've spoken
Is this
with,
the one where she's,
she just had the baby.
Okay.
Yes, sir. She stated that she's comfortable moving forward this afternoon with the 412, but for the trial, I think testifying about the actual event, she could not do. So we could do the 412 if the court would like to hear that today. I understand. Listen, it was motion to continue the trial, I think specifically.
there's a lawyer's, when a lawyer comes in from a hard day in court and he sits behind his desk, and then his secretary comes in and says, do you want to talk to so-and-so client on the phone? I always used to say, that's the wrong question. Not do I want to talk to that person, but will I talk to that person? So when you ask me, do I want to do the 412 motion, it is not a question of whether I want to do the 412 motion. It's a question of whether I will do it.
Yes, sir.
We have another sentencing hearing that's set for this afternoon.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, we also have we have the 26th of this month. Is there anything set besides Curtis Day? I have a Curtis Day second-degree murder case that Mr. Atchison is involved in, and it's set for sentencing here in this courtroom on the 26th. So I'm just wondering if that might be a better day. If we don't have anything else set for that day, right?
The 26th is fine.
All right, let's set it for that morning at 9 o'clock. I think we'll do the Curtis Day, and then we can take this one up.
Okay.
I can't think
All
of
right, so
another
this one
judge
is,
that knows
Mr.
his
Hansard's.
schedule so well. Going forward.
412 motion, is that the only thing that we'll be dealing with on that day?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do we want to go ahead and set a trial date today, or would you like to get one?
I mean, that's fine, we can set a trial date. If you want to set one in January, then it might be the most appropriate.
Yes, sir.
We have given you trial dates. The conspiracy case general is still set for the 20th through the 23rd, correct? Is this a case, Mr. Hansford's case, one that we know for sure will go, and how long will it take to try it?
I think maybe a day and a half. I think it would depend on how long jury selection.
And I think 2 full days, Your Honor, is my.
2 full days?
Just to be safe.
Yes, sir.
What about the 29th and 30th? I mean, we've got stuff set. That's the reason I don't want to set anything unless it's for sure going to go to trial. Right now, I've got the 13th. Greer. Sheets on the 14th. But if it's a 2-day trial, I don't want to set this one. So then we start the conspiracy case on the 20th, and it's going to go the whole week, correct? You know, are we trying it at some other venue? Are we trying it down in the jury assembly room where we can get all of the defendants in one location? Or are we looking for a gymnasium somewhere?
This is the 27th.
In January, a football field will be a little bit dicey, I think. So, all right. Well, why don't we just set this one?
Could be a huge case.
Let me just ask this. If I assign a trial date, everybody understands it's going to trial or he's pleading to every count of the indictment and going to sentencing. So with that, you understand that, Mr. Talbot?
Your Honor.
I will set it for January the 29th and 30th.
Wow. Let's go into trial. These little motion hearings and everything.
Motion
for 412 will be this month on the 26th.
Okay.
Every
9
trial,
o'clock in the morning.
Every trial we watch has tons of these before we actually watch the trial. This is the process before the process where we're used to watching. Arraignments, the indictments, here, the bond arguments back and forth. There's also once trial date's set, you've got all the motion and limine stuff that goes on.
All right, I'm sorry. Going back to you at the jail, we have appointed, let's see, who was this I was dealing with? Mr. Wainick is here, lawyer. Thank you. I'm trying to remember what, okay, we set it for status on January the 7th, and your lawyer will be up to talk with you and try to get you ready for either a disposition or a trial date will be assigned on January 7th. So Mr. Wainick will be up there to talk to you as soon as he's back in town. All right. I guess I could just tell him to talk to the other Roger Wainick there at the jail.
Is he making a funny about the guy who pretended to be the other lawyer? So you can just talk to the other guy at the jail. Who's that? Who says he's the lawyer? Was that what I just heard?
Good morning. What is your name, please?
You're muted.
You're muted. You'll have to unmute that device again. There's wherever the little microphone is, it's got a slash through it. Just punch on that.
Guard. Can't zoom.
There you go. All right, Dudley.
What is your name?
Jack Dudley.
Hi, Jack.
All right, Mr. Dudley, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of probation. It's an amended charge of probation violation, and you've already got the public defender, so we'll appoint the public defender on this charge as well.
Your Honor, I acknowledge receiving a copy of the warrant and waive formal reading of the same and enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of the defendant.
This is presently set for October the 27th. Do you want to set this one as well?
Yes.
All right, October 27th. Your lawyer will be up to get you ready for that hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next.
Good morning. What is your name?
Rubén Barrientos.
All right, Mr. Barrientos, ¿se habla inglés? No?
No, señor.
We'll need to
Entiendo,
get an interpreter.
entiendo un poquito, pero es muy difícil.
Poquito español por moi.
Por moi
is French.
Usted también habla un poquito español.
I am.
Pour moi for me in French.
Poquito español.
Bueno.
We're going to set a. Let's put it on the regular arraignment day and make sure we have an interpreter. We're going to get an interpreter.
Christiane.
For Espanol, and we'll reset you for the.
Welcome to the gallery.
22nd, September 22nd, 9:22. Gracias.
Gracias.
And that is the extent of my Spanish.
And French.
Did you see him?
Yes.
You talked to him?
Yes.
Said, oh, they reset it. Hey, just a minute, I'm gonna go get your females.
All right.
I said, just a minute, sir, I'm gonna go get your females.
All right, thank you.
I said.
Well, I always feel like I'm on a situation comedy whenever we're doing this.
Situation comedy, not a sitcom. Situation.
Let me
comedy.
go ahead and see if I can run through any of the rest of
Old
these
school.
that aren't in jail. Looking on page 7, Mr. Atchison, State versus Donald Eugene Helms. It's for status.
Judge, sometimes when I pretend to be an attorney, I haphazardly look at a calendar and realize that Mr. Helms was set today for status. This came out of general sessions on remand. We did a preliminary hearing. It's General Lorjanowski's case. My 84-year-old client is at a doctor's appointment that he could not reschedule today, so I will follow on that sword.
So your 84-year-old client is charged with aggravated assault, is that correct?
He sure is, Judge.
All right. So what do you want to do with him? You want to put him on status on the 22nd?
Is it
that or bench warrant?
That's fine.
Whatever you want to do.
9/29 sounds a lot better than horrendous.
September the 29th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, at the jail, can you tell me what your name is, please?
Amanda Roberts.
Amanda Roberts on page 1.
Amanda.
Ms. Roberts, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of aggravated burglary of a habitation, theft of property, falsely representing yourself as Roger Wanick.
Oh, it's the other half of the...
and financial exploitation of an elderly or vulnerable person and criminal information.
It's the other half of the fake
Yes,
lawyer.
You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll have to appoint a lawyer to represent you, and I'm going to appoint Mr. Philip Massengill. His office is in Asheville, but he's here on a regular basis, and I will appoint him to represent you. Let's ask if I could, Mr. Atchison, do you mind standing in for Mr. Massengill? I'm going to have a lawyer stand in for arraignment for Mr. Massengill, who's not here today at the moment. You wish a formal reading of the indictment?
Judge, we waive formal reading of the indictment, and on behalf of Ms. Roberts and Mr. Massengill, we would enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
Plea of not guilty is entered. I believe we've set it for status for January the 7th of 2026. Your lawyer will be notified of his appointment. He'll make an appointment to come see you as quickly as he can, and he will work on trying to get your case ready for a trial or for a disposition. On January the 7th is your final day to try to resolve it by an agreement, and if you have not worked it out by that day, I will give you a trial date. Okay?
Crickets. Just frozen.
I thought for a moment she was just so entranced by my words that she was unable to speak or do anything, but I think we're frozen at the jail. So.
Yep. And she gone. She gone. So now we have to redo the whole thing because we don't know how much she didn't hear. Yes, they can represent each other. They can be each other's lawyer.
All right, let me go back to calling these other cases.
They pretended to be a lawyer who's in the courtroom right now. That's what I gather from this. And that's the guy who got up and says, when I
Let's try this one.
pretend to be a lawyer,
2024 CR2,
it's him.
State versus Jeffrey Ty Hicks.
Judge, that is one of Mr. Baker's clients, and we have a motion. We'd actually previously given it a date along with Mr. Flanagan's client, Mr. Long. We had given it an October 7th motion date in Waverly. You had asked if we could move it up till today, and the officer that conducted this traffic stop is no longer in law enforcement. He's working, owning his own company, and he was not able to get work covered for today. So I'm asking if we could move it back to that October 7th date where we originally had it in Waverly at 1:30.
All right, October 7th at 1:30 in Humphreys County.
No gum in this court. The one guy faked he
So
spit
this
it out,
motion
and they
will be
didn't.
after that.
He almost got away with it.
Is there a better day that we could choose other than that? Could we not do it on the 26th of this month? That's when I've set the Curtis Day and the Hansard Rule 412, and we can do your motions after lunch.
Maybe I'll reach out to my officer.
Mr. Flanagan, what about you, the 26th? That's what I'm talking about. We have these other things in the morning. That might be better than trying to do this one in Waverly. If we could check with your officer, we'll come back to it, okay?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, at the jail, could you have your device unmuted again? All right.
That's actually your job, ma'am.
This is Ms. Roberts, correct? Ms. Roberts, we've appointed a lawyer to represent you named Philip Massagill. He's going to be notified of his appointment. He'll be up to talk with you. And we've set you for January the 7th as your final day to resolve it by an agreement. If you don't work it out by that day, I'll set you a trial date. So. Did you hear all of that? Apparently not. Ms. Roberts, can you hear me? At the jail, we need to communicate with the jail, let them know that apparently they're not able to hear. Modern technology. I cannot hear you, and I'm not sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
They're buffering or something. You can't hardly hear them.
Yeah.
Now we can hear you.
I don't know why this is off.
Apparently not.
He's got you muted. See that X? He's got his side muted where you can't hear him.
We can hear you. And there's the bird's eye view of the Heavenly Wood courtroom. This is why I love this courtroom so much. Just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous light-stained wood. The theme throughout is just amazing.
Let's try to muddle through the...
Are you back? Maybe. Maybe not. They just reset the camera.
Mr. Flanagan, the Justin J. Long, is that the case we were just talking about? Yeah.
Needs to white balance. There we go. It's
22.
Oh man, now I'm blocking the Heavenly Wood.
The agreement is that it will be dismissed upon payment of restitution in the court costs. So Monday, I want you to contact the clerk's office and get that figure.
So you want to put it on what day?
10/22.
October the 22nd?
Yes.
All right.
Get all
Don't
that.
unmute
There you
yet.
go. I think we're hearing another case, that's why.
Now the judge
Thank you.
needs to mute him.
Ms. Roberts, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk quickly before we lose you again. I have appointed Philip Massengill as your lawyer. He'll be up to talk with you as soon as he can schedule it. And I've given you a date of January the 7th as your last day to enter a plea if you work it out by an agreement. And if you don't, I will give you a trial date on that day, okay?
Yes, sir.
Wait for your lawyer to come talk with you. Philip Massengill is his name.
Okay, thank you very much.
Is she gone?
Good.
Okay.
Come on.
A few more ladies in the lineup here.
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Cammy Lewis.
Kennedy or Candy?
Your lawyer, Mr. Lockhart, has had a death in his family, and as a result, we are going to move you to September the 22nd. And hopefully on that day, it can be worked out and everything can be taken care of on that day, September 22nd.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Means you get to sit tight for 2 weeks plus.
Come on, Dudley.
This one.
Good morning. What is your name?
Brady Dillard.
Ms. Dillard is on page 4. All right, Ms. Dillard, you're here to be arraigned on a charge of possession of contraband inside a penal facility or institution. Possession of methamphetamine and public intoxication. You have the right to an attorney. Do you wish to have a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Public defender?
Generally, that means she managed to sneak it past
Appointed the public defender's office to represent
initial
you.
screening.
Your Honor, I acknowledge receiving a copy of the indictment. I waive formal reading of the same, and on behalf of the defendant, enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is entered. General Bryson? We're going to set this for January the 7th for your final day to enter a plea. If you're able to work it out by an agreement, then we can take it up earlier than that day, but that will be your last day. After that day, we'll set you a trial date. The public defender will be up to talk with you as quickly as they can arrange to see what they can do about getting your case resolved. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Our Zoom's trying to shut it down.
Looking at page 11, State of Tennessee versus Mackenzie Brook Lyon Meadows.
That's for plea, Judge.
All right.
Approaching the podium with me. Your Honor, in this case, subject to the court's approval, Ms. Meadows will enter a plea of guilty, Your Honor, excuse me. She'll enter a plea of guilty to the charged offense in this indictment of 1 count. The punishment on that, Your Honor, will be 2 years of probation pursuant to judicial diversion. She will be required to complete anger management and parenting classes as a condition of probation. She'll be responsible for the court costs. She has signed a plea sheet to this effect, Your Honor, and there are pretrial jail credits on here, and there is a certification of her diversion eligibility as well.
All right. Ms. Meadows, raise your right hand. Let's place you under oath.
I do.
Thank you. State your full name for the record.
Mackenzie Brook Meadows.
Ms. Meadows, you're here today charged with a single count of an indictment of child abuse or neglect. Have you seen or been shown a copy of those charges? Talked them over with Mr. Talbot. You and he discussed the range of punishment you're facing as well as any possible defenses you might have.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's indicated that you want to enter this plea of guilty. Do you understand that you can plead not guilty and have a speedy and public trial by jury in this court?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if you went to trial, you would have the right to have a lawyer and have one appointed if you cannot afford your own?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if you went to trial, you would be presumed to be innocent until such time, if ever the state proved your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, to the satisfaction of all 12 jurors, and their verdict would have to be unanimous before you could be convicted of anything. You understand that if you went to trial, you and your lawyer could confront and cross-examine every witness the state called to testify against you, and you can bring in your own witnesses by using a subpoena. You understand that you would be presumed to be innocent at trial. You would not have to testify or prove anything, and no inference of guilt would arise because you did not testify at your own trial. You understand that if you went to trial and you were found guilty, you could appeal that conviction and the sentence imposed to the Court of Criminal Appeals and have a lawyer appointed to help you with that appeal. Now, I'm going to ask you to speak up a little bit. The lady in front of me is taking down everything that's being said, and she's recording it. So it's important we get a verbal response. Do you understand that if you went to trial, I'm sorry, I may be repeating myself, but if you went to trial and you were found guilty, you could appeal that conviction and the sentence imposed to the Court of Criminal Appeals, have a lawyer appointed to help you with that appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that by entering this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial and to an appeal, and all I'm going to do is approve what your lawyer's worked out?
Yes, sir.
You understand that's going to, we're going to talk about this. You're entering this plea under a specific statute for first offenders, people who have never been convicted or in trouble before. What that means is that you're going to be placed on probation for 2 years. If you successfully complete that probation, don't violate any of the terms and do everything that's required of you, then you can apply to have your record expunged at the end of that 2-year period. That means to wipe this off your record as though it never occurred. By contrast, if you violate the terms of your record, of your probation, this will become a permanent conviction on your record and will be there in the future to make more severe the punishment you'll receive if you're ever again convicted of a crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand everything I've explained to you thus far?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to plead guilty and waive your right to a trial and to an appeal?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you plead guilty, the court of the state may ask you questions about this offense, and if you answer those questions under oath on the record and in the presence of your lawyer, your answers could later be used against you in a prosecution for perjury if we determine that you have been lying under oath?
Yes, sir.
Is your decision to plead guilty today voluntary?
Yes, sir.
Anybody forcing you to do this against your will?
Yes, sir.
You understand I can't accept your plea unless I'm satisfied you are in fact guilty and there are facts to support it.
We might want to skip this.
General, are you going to supply the facts for me, or?
Judge, I can supply the facts.
All right, I want you to listen then, Ms. Meadows, as the state tells me what their evidence would be at trial. Please go ahead.
Judge, law enforcement received a report in August of 2023 of an 11-month-old infant that had bruising about.
Nope. First-time offender, probation on that one. Wow. All right. Yeah, that's a nope. Let me look and see if we've got anything else happening in the world of true crime. Judge Wolf is one of my favorites, and we don't get to catch him on very often. We miss some of our other judges. I mean, I'd love to be able to watch. I don't know. Let's see if. I think we've got McBurney's handling a criminal docket calendar, but his audio is so bad. I want to take a vacation to go to his courtroom just to fix the audio. I mean, listen to this really quickly. Just listen. Ready?
Like, man, an opportunity, and this is.
He's
like,
fine.
I'm beyond a Black Hollywood in a way, so that's why I always want to come down.
Black Mecca. All right.
Judge.
How you were in the hospital for a couple weeks? This was as a result of the crash when you were running from the police. What happened? You break bones, concussion? What?
Fractured rib.
Three fractured ribs.
Were you the only person hurt as a result?
No.
You didn't hit someone else?
No.
Okay. Any particular reason you didn't just pull over and say, hey, it's just a stolen car, let's work through this?
I was high.
You were high?
Okay.
Have you struggled with drugs for a while, or is it a one-day thing?
Just one of them days. That's all. It's not really. Yeah. I just was high just at a particular moment.
Okay. And you have no driver's license now, I assume? All right. You have any questions about anything we discussed?
No, sir.
Anything you want to add?
I actually do have a question. So is if I'm not on probation, I don't have anything going on with no other county or state. So would I be done like with everything or what?
So I'm not sure what you mean by done. If you mean, will I be getting out soon? Yes. Answer is yes. If I go along with a recommendation and sentence you to a year, you heard Ms. Wood's math. She's got you at about 360 days. A year is 365. So that would mean you got a few more days. And the sheriff may well say, this is close enough. Let's let the guy out. But at most it would be you got another week to go. You're going to be on probation afterwards. So when you get out, it's not party time again.
Yeah, I understand that, Your Honor.
You'll have probation. So assuming you have no holds anywhere else, and it sounds like you do not, then you ought to be out in a week or so. In fact, if you're not, you should reach out to Ms. Wood to say, what's happening? And she'll figure out what's happening. And if I need to do something, I'll do something. Okay? I find there's a factual basis for your plea, that your plea is knowing and voluntary, meaning you've understood what we... That's okay. I just want to make sure you're following what I'm saying.
Yes, sir,
because I'm talking about you now.
Okay.
That your plea is knowing and voluntary, meaning you've understood what we talked about and no one's forcing you to enter this plea. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sentencing you pursuant to the Probation Options Management Act. No restitution at this time. Ms. Wood, can someone in my office sign the indictment for you?
Yes.
Ms. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Richardson, can we electronically sign your name indicating your guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, based on what I've heard, I will go along with the negotiated resolution. I'm sentencing you on count 1 to 1 year to serve. Count 2 is 5 years to serve 1 year. Counts 3, 4, and 5 are all 12 months to serve. Those will all run concurrently with each other. So the overall sentence is 5 years to serve 1 year with balance on probation. So 4 years probation. You should get credit for all the time you've been in custody from when you got scooped up. I think it would have been September 10th of 2024. But that'll all have to be documented by the sheriff, and they'll do that. And if those numbers add up, then you've got 5 days left. If they don't add up, they've got you down at 288 because they don't have that piece when you were in custody for the shoplifting. But I'm confident it's out there. So we'll work through that. I'm also imposing a $5,000 fine. I'm required to do that. That's for and that is payable through probation. So while you're on probation, and as you're earning money through whatever means, you'll be paying that down. They don't withhold all your earnings until it's paid, but making it up. If you make $1,000 a month, they might say, well, 100 of that or 50 of that is going each month to pay down that fine.
Yes, sir.
You'll need to take an anti-theft course within the first 6 months of your probation. You'll need to complete 40 hours of community service within the first 9 months of your probation. You'll need to have no contact with Alan Shepard. You may not know that person, but that's the person who owned the Honda Civic that you totaled. You'll need to submit to a drug and alcohol abuse evaluation. That's just you meeting with an expert, a counselor, who's going to talk to you about what you drink and smoke and put into your body. And if that person recommends any treatment, that treatment is part of your probation. So if that person says, hey, you'd benefit from NA meetings or whatever it is,
yes, sir,
that's part of your probation. That person may say, you know what, you're purely recreational user, no treatment necessary. Yes, but that person decides that. Finally, I'm going to require a defensive driving course, but I'm not going to put a deadline on that because I don't know if that's just going to class.
Defensive driving?
Or if it also means that
car.
you're driving defensively and you're not driving anywhere for a while. A consequence of this conviction, I suspect, but I'm not a DMV expert, is that you will lose your driving privileges. So just know, if you get picked up driving a car in 3 months, you'll get arrested. That'll be a probation issue. You'll come back to me. I will revoke a chunk of your time if you're arrested driving a car without a license. That's complicated for you. You need to get around. You're going to need to be thoughtful about how you do that, because if the way you choose to do that is to drive illegally and you get arrested, we'll be together again. I'm just letting you know in advance, unless you are driving to the hospital to save your life or the life of a friend, that revocation will result in more jail time, not just hey, that was a bad choice. Okay? Just so there are no surprises, you know how it's going to play out.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions about anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have a place to stay when you get out?
Yes.
All right. We need that address because that's going to drive where you report for probation.
I sent that to Ms. Simpson.
Excellent. So Ms. Simpson's going to talk to you in just a second.
You get this in your pocket.
Okay.
It's a gold star.
About reporting to probation. Ms. Wood, anything else on behalf of Mr. Richardson?
Sure, thank you.
Ms. Davis, on behalf of the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Simpson, what do you need to tell Mr. Richardson about probation?
Okay, we're going to skip that part.
Report to the Atlanta office in 48 hours.
Okay. Good luck, Mr. Richardson. We're going to jump over to one that Josh gave us a heads up on here just a moment ago.
Please.
Morning, Your Honor. Attorney Benjamin Stolten, appearing on behalf of the City of Burton.
Thank you, Mr. Renfro. If you would state your name.
Christopher Allen, House of Renfro.
Thank you. Today is the date and time set for a jury trial in the misdemeanor matter in this case, and then we also have the 2 civil infractions that I plan to handle after we finish with the jury trial. I just wanted to have a short pre-trial to ensure that we are ready to proceed on that jury trial. And so, Attorney Stolman, are you ready to proceed today with the jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Renfro, are you ready to proceed today on the jury trial?
I'm always ready to defend myself, but I still do not consent. I still do not consent to these trials. These are done on fraud for the tickets were what initiated the stop. And now you're trying to get me on a crime that hasn't even been, we haven't dealt with the initial problem here. So until that's dealt with, how do we know if I committed a crime?
All right, well, one, I'm not trying to get you on anything that's not, stop, I'm not finished. Mr. Renfro, you stopped speaking and then I started speaking. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter. When I start speaking, everybody else stops. That's how court works. I've already warned you of that multiple times. So don't test me today because we're gonna be in front of a jury. And if we start doing it in front of a jury, like I've also told you before, it's not going to happen. I will excuse them, we will have a conversation, and I will hold you in contempt, okay? As I was saying, I'm not trying to get you on anything. I'm the court, prosecutor's office, files charges. There's 1 misdemeanor charge, there are 2 civil infractions. You will have the opportunity in your trial to question the officers and to have those questions answered that you have about why you were stopped and et cetera, et cetera. That's why we have the trial, and that's why we're having the trial. I am well aware that you do not consent to these proceedings. I am well aware that you don't think the legal process in and of itself is legitimate, but the simple fact is that it is, and you are supposed to be here, and we are moving forward with this case today. So what we will do is this. Now that we've established that everybody is ready to go on the jury trial, I will let the jury board know that we are ready and that we are proceeding today. So anyone who has witnesses that need to be here, make sure that they are here. Make sure you have all your documentation in order. If there are any exhibits that the parties wish to present, I would appreciate if you at least try to exchange those exhibits in advance. I know this is a little bit more difficult case than some others, but at least try to do that. And let the other person know, maybe there could be a stipulation or not, that's okay. And then the last thing before we take a break, which is what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a break so that we can handle the rest of the cases that are here, and then we'll start the jury trial. The issues of jurisdiction, I've already ruled that this court has jurisdiction. That's not an issue that gets brought up in front of the jury.
I have a right to.
Don't. You can object to evidentiary hearings or evidentiary hearing issues. You cannot object to jurisdiction in front of a jury. If you do it, I'm going to excuse the jury and I'm going to hold you in contempt for not following the rules of court. These are not my rules. They are the rules of the courts of Michigan. In this big book here that I hope you've read, because you're getting ready to start a jury trial, and I really hope you've read these because it's the court rules and the rules of evidence, and you need to know these things. Because if you don't do it right, I'm not going to give you any leeway on that. We've already talked about this. One more time, Mr. Renfro, are you sure that you do not want to speak to an attorney about this matter before you move forward?
I'm sure. Actually, I do not have my discovery for the case. I haven't been able to go over the evidence. It has not been served to me. I do not have the police body cams that I've requested a long time ago. I paid for half of them. have not received them, have not been able to go through any evidence where they're trying to get me on crimes before the initial stop was a civil infraction and somehow bred a crime out of that. It's an unarrestable offense, the civil infraction. You cannot, that's fruit of the poisonous tree. So now we're here on crimes, taking care of the initial problem. So the tickets have to be first, and we're not moving anywhere until we get that clear. And you're in improper jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, and personal jurisdiction. And we're not gonna move nowhere until we get this taken care of.
Oh, we're moving.
I demand this court to vacate these matters. I say vacate, you say dismiss. Vacate these matters immediately.
Done? One, I've already said that I'm not going to vacate, and dismiss is the right word. I already said that. Two, I've already said that jurisdiction is appropriate. We have subject matter jurisdiction in this matter. We also have personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdictions, because you're in a criminal court in the state of Michigan. And that is what we are dealing with. In fact, it's a misdemeanor, so you're in the right criminal court being district court. So we have just subject matter jurisdiction. We have personal jurisdiction over you because it alleges that this matter happened in Burton, and Burton is in the jurisdiction of the 67th District Court. So we have both personal and subject matter jurisdiction. Those issues are laid to rest. If you want to bring them up again, you can bring them up on appeal. You will not bring them up again in this hearing because we are getting ready to start a jury trial, and those are issues that are not appropriate to bring up in front of the jury. And as far as your issues of civil infractions leading to misdemeanors, happens all the time, and it is legitimate as established by our Supreme Court. So you can say that if you want to, but your argument is inaccurate. Once again, Mr. Renfro, your argument is inaccurate. You didn't answer my question. My question was, do you want to speak to an attorney before you move forward?
I'm a competent man.
It's a yes or no?
Lawfully competent man, no.
No. The answer is no. All right, I've asked you that question many a times now. I don't feel like I need to ask it to you anymore. You've established very clearly that you're going to represent yourself in this matter, for better or worse. Attorney Stoltman, do you have anything that you would like to say in regards to any of the issues that Mr. Renfro has brought up?
Judge, I know he has not made a demand for discovery or request for discovery. I'll give him another copy of the police report, which is the only thing he's asked my office for, another copy. I believe he has made a FOIA request to the city regarding documents. I don't know whether or not that request has been granted, but I don't believe the FOIA request was all relevant to this case. I believe it was for more documents.
And I believe, Mr. Renfro, you've stated that on the record previously, that the body cams or whatever those were that you FOIA'd them. The prosecutor's office is required to turn over to you all of the evidence that they have and all the evidence that they plan to use, and they have done that. We've had discussions about discovery numerous times. We're not going to delay the trial any longer. So we're going to have this trial today. Okay.
We have no exhibits that we're planning to introduce. We're just going to have the testimony officer and Mr. Renfro if he chooses.
Okay. Are you trying to say something?
Is the warrant in here? I don't see the warrant. Or the,
This is the second time you've been given those documents. Do you have the warrant from last time? Or the other time that someone gave you that?
I've asked this court numerous of times for the discovery. I have to have it to fight in the trial. I have to have the exhibits to be able to see what's going on or the moves that were made to get me in this position. So that
Answer
warrant.
the question, Mr. Renfro. The question was last time when they delivered to you the discovery after you refused it, because you actually said you didn't want it because you were confused about how the court rules work. You got the discovery. Did you get the warrant in that discovery? It's not necessary,
I didn't
just
get
so you
the
know, but I'm gonna
discovery.
make sure that you have it. Do you have it or not?
No.
Okay, the answer is no. So here's what I'm going to do, unless there's an objection. I am going to provide the statements for probable cause as well as warrant and complaint copy out of the file. So Mr. Renfro has that. He doesn't have any complaints about not having it. Mr. Our Attorney Stolman, do you have any objection to that?
No.
Okay, all right, so we'll make a copy of that, Mr. Renfro, and I, quite frankly, I'm pretty confident that this has already been given to you, but we'll make you another copy so that you have it right now. I can copy that. Okay, all right, we will pause on this matter and we will come back in not too long and we will get started on that jury trial. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, so that happened when, Josh? That happened yesterday? Did they air the jury trial? Let me look here. Did they air the jury trial? That was... This happened yesterday, 1 day ago. Hold on, let me just scan through what we had before. Nope, that was not it. Wrong judge. These are too short to be a jury trial. Jury trial wasn't shown. Bummer. Yeah, they've only got 3 other live streams other than that, so nothing there. Let's go back to Judge Wolf. I was enjoying that with one exception. We're just waiting for something or someone. I imagine very soon we might be able to find that defendant listed on the inmate roster. Sounds like he's working his way towards a residency at the local club, as we call it. Club bracelets. This is what the view looks like when you're waiting for a court appearance. I think the lawyers are conferring. Hoping it's a different case. Looks like the gallery's changed considerably, so I think they moved through a couple items on the docket. Last microphone.
Did they lose the inmates?
I think they're getting another inmate. I'm trying to condense that David Wolf, Judge Wolf, thing from this morning with the very happy inmate with the daughter that won the beauty contest. Like, I think it was a father-daughter combined beauty contest.
Mr. Sheets?
I think I'm trying to
Your
make
Honor,
that a
this
short.
is defendant
Let's see if I
Danny
can get it on
Sheets.
lunch.
That's going to be on page 14 of Your Honor's docket. This is my motion to suppress the results of a warrantless search and seizure.
This is a lawyer doing it properly.
This is for a hearing then?
I set it for today, Your Honor. I filed it, I think, middle or late last week, and I've spoken with General Sylvie. She said that her officer involved in this would not be here today.
So
Date, so it was easy to go ahead and do that.
the officer's not here?
You know when he would be available?
I think if we get it another day, I was hoping.
If he's not here today, this is the time and date set, and he's been notified. Judge, do the right thing here.
Send you a copy.
Judge is going to reschedule for availability for the officer. Couldn't hear the exact
What
reason.
do we have right now on the 29th? How, State versus Jimmy Reader, PCR, do we know time estimate, how long we think it'll take?
OG Boy Mama times 3. Good to have you here. Hope things are going well for you.
On the State versus Jimmy Reader PCR that I have to hear, any time estimate how long we think it's going to take?
I filed a motion. Send you a copy.
I understand your client is obviously, but
I'd say 4 hours.
You what?
Ours will not be 4 hours.
Agreed.
Well, I mean, I can give you the.
Double booking.
We've set the 26th for motions. We've already got several motions on the 26th. Would that day be? You want to do it on the 26th?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll set it on the 26th.
Thank you, Your Honor. See you on the 26th.
Any sheets?
So you get to wait 3 weeks.
I do. We're right there. Okay. We're ready for the next inmate. Morning, what's your name?
Chris.
All right.
Scheduled for
Put it on
1:30.
second call.
It's not live yet that I can see. This is in Tennessee. We're in Tennessee, and it's beautiful. This judge travels around to a couple different courtrooms. This happens to be my favorite courtroom in all of America. As you can see on the picture in the bottom left-hand corner, it's just beautiful. The layout, the segmentation, the light-colored wood, the subtle yet
I'm going to take our mid-morning
sufficient-
recess. We'll be in recess for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, right? Subtle yet sufficient, design. It's just the backrest behind the judge, the chair. I mean, the white leather looks great. It's just an amazing courtroom. It suffers a little bit from audio issues with the microphones being dynamic microphones, which is what I use. The drawback for being a dynamic microphone is if I move over here, you really can't hear much of anything if I move away. And so if somebody steps away from the lectern, we really lose audio quickly. But other than that, it's good. It was on Trial TV Live. I think they were doing a rewatch, weren't they? They were going back. They're recapping. Chris and Aaron are doing that. It's okay. We got our eye on it. We're scheduled. It's scheduled for 1:30. Do you think that's actual? Would 100%? Yes. Have I told you this? I used to work for a company. I think I can say this. I think it's gone out of business, and I don't know the reason. I don't know if it was bankruptcy. I don't know if it was fraud. I have no idea. But I used to work for a company called Heavenly Wood, which I realize is not something I would just recommend people Google, because apparently there's other meanings and associations with that. But the company I worked for sold both church and courtroom furniture, and it was heavenly. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. They sold pulpits and daises and benches and everything. And so I don't want to say it, but I can recognize good product when I see it. So that's where we are. I like that courtroom. Is it not beautiful? Is it not just like pleasing to the eye? Look at this. I mean, that just, it exudes justice. How can you go wrong? And the Tennessee flag there, the sharp contrast of the stars and stripes with the Admiralty fringe around the edge, a subtle use of the seal in monochrome up high. It's just, it's the best. It's got a huge AV screen off to the right. You see that, so everyone can see what's happening. Not ample seating for the gallery, but sufficient. Good seats that match for the lawyers. There's room. It's what do you not love about this courtroom? Where do you and Rob get along? Rob makes things, which is I'm like this close to wanting to make something. Something like physically, like literally with wood. I've been pricing out making a case for, and when I talk about a case, I'm talking about a travel or a flight case for some of my equipment that has very unique sizes. It's not like I can just stick it in any box. I can't just buy an off-the-shelf Pelican and be good. So I'm looking at designing a flight case and starting with 3/4-inch birch plywood. So laminate birch, which is, lightweight, but still very strong, and making the entire case. Laminating the whole thing, the painting where I need to, the hinges, the corners, the angles, everything covered in metal. And so it would be just beautifully durable. Of course, I need to get a lot of tools to do that. Like I would need probably like a router for some of the edges, especially the holes in the center, or at least a jigsaw. I've got a drill. That's the only tool I do have. Probably a table saw to cut things down. I've got the sander. I can paint just fine. I would need like a J roller, a rubber J roller just for the adhesive, the glued on protective cover. Yeah, there's just a lot to it. But the alternative to making one myself, aside from losing the satisfaction of making something that Rob so adequately describes, the alternative is like spending like $3,000 on a box. And I would much rather spend $3,000 on what goes in the box than spend $3,000 on the box. And at the end of the day, it's better. Took you 2 years to do a small bathroom, and we wonder if we finished it yet. So let Rob do it. The problem is these cases, it's not the manufacturer, it's not the materials that cost so much. It's shipping the dang thing. You've got to rent a flatbed truck to take it anywhere, and suddenly your cost is through the roof. So they're too big. They don't condense. They don't fold down any smaller. But a dynamic versus condenser would be the other type of mic we're talking about. I mean, we're not getting into like ribbons and everything else, but a condenser microphone is typically better suited for a quiet environment where it will pick up every subtle sound. If you're in a studio singing, you're singing into a condenser microphone. You're not going to be singing to dynamic. It's going to pick up the very subtle, quiet noises, the subtle tones and everything. It's a little bit better for that. But if you're in a loud, like a courtroom like this, a condenser microphone would be death on your ears. It would just, every time a seat squeaked or somebody leaned, moved a cheek or something, you're going to hear it. And you don't want that. So it's the right mics, but there are some better dynamic ones with different cutoffs and different pickup patterns that could do a little better than the ones they have in this courtroom. Maybe a road trip to Rob to use his tools. You call it a travel case. I do realize the travel case is going to go in my, sorry, you can't see the green box, in my my Sprinter van, which you also can't see very well because it's out of focus. There we go. This is a scale model version. That's the Recovery Addict Top Mark Media Sprinter van. It even says Pickles, Not Politics on it. Thank you, Phil, 2IO Toys, for this one. So it'll fit nicely in the back. But that's the jail. I think the jail has a condenser microphone. No, it's just loud there, and hard walls, hard surfaces, sound bounces around a lot better than, say, this carpeted room with chairs and people and everything else. I saw Jules online. She made a comment on one of my videos just the other day. I know she's around. I don't think she's done a lot on lives. I'd have to check TikTok. That's where she was doing a lot more of her lives. Pelican case is okay. This would be a caster wheels on the bottom and a flight case, like black with aluminum corners and edges. And custom. It would fold open, have screens, switcher built-in, rack inside. I've already got Pelican. I've already got some Gator boxes for audio racks. This would be video. Don't think the jail invests a lot in jailhouse audio. No, they pretty much buy the cheapest laptop that will work, and it has a built-in microphone, and that's what they use. Amber, thanks for the update on Jules. She has had a lot. It's worth keeping her in your prayers, thoughts and prayers. If you do have an outside contact directly with her, or if you're on a channel or something, give her a nice word on her latest video or something. I'm sure she would appreciate that. All right, we're here for just a few minutes. The bailiff has plopped down in one of the chairs, the spare chairs, because it's hard work holding all that vest full of equipment all day long. It is right now we're at 11:51, which I think what we need to do. Oh, the judge has shed his robe. He's emerged like a beautiful butterfly with a brightly colored, festive, almost patriotic tie with the red, white, and blue. Nice, clean white shirt. Looking sharp, Judge Wolf, looking sharp. He'll get his robe on before he does any business, but he'll get some paperwork done. He's in his pediatrician mode. Anyway, with the time what it is, at 12 o'clock, we're going to come back and do the Megan Boswell sentencing, which will start at 1:30. So we're going to take probably an hour and a half lunch, or an hour and 15. It'll take us to 1:15, give us 15 minutes to line up the connections, get all our audio and everything figured out right. And we'll be back with Megan Boswell sentencing. Most likely when the sentencing is over, we'll probably be done for the day. It's Friday. I have a whole yard I need to trim and edge and weed eat and cut down a few trees and buy a flag. I've got all those things I need to do this afternoon. But I will, before we leave, I'll make a portal over to the new one. So you know where to land if you want to watch that with us. There are many people following it, the least of which Trial TV Live. So if you'd like that would be cool. Let's see. Nope, not that one. Let's reuse this one. Let's just make a new one. Okay. Live chat replays turned on. Slow mode's turned off. Live reactions turned off. This is going to be coming back at 1:15. Now I have to do the important part, which is get rid of this long delay that we've had all morning. A separate stream with no delay, Julia. Yes, that's what I will fix that here in just a second. Okay, latency, ultra low. There we go. Ultra low latency. I need to enable auto start. Which it won't save because I'm already live, but I'll fix that as soon as we come back. And it looks like Fire Girl Handmade by Wendy might have been first in chat. Let me just double check with the live chat view. Yep, it is Fire Girl Handmade by Wendy that wins the internet over there. So, all right, we will portal to that one when we're done here. Watching the judge finish his break. Add the redirect, save, done. Whew. There it is. All right. If you think you're invisible, you're probably not. There's just a lot of people talking. That's all right. I mean, we watched a telephone pole being replaced in your yard. Yes, the poll stream was quite popular. Don't expect to have another one of those anytime soon. I missed a super chat. Let me go back and look at all the messages. I've been busy here for a second. Let's see. Kayla Newell says, did I miss my birthday shout out? I was calling hair. I think we got you, Kayla. Happy birthday. Kim, member for 14 months. Love my Recovery Addict family. It's the best channel to watch trials. Kelly H with the work super sticker. Sometimes it gets in the way. Kirsty Ann, member for 17 months. And Francis Fitzgerald says, lurking, but I wanted to remind people to hit the like button. Best place to watch court. Thank you. And then the heart for Emily D. Baker, which is also a great place to watch. Let's see. During lunch, I'm going to try to make a short. It's going to be my first short ever on the channel. So when it's not the video I posted already. I made the short and it posted as a long form. So now I have to edit it down. Apparently it has to be a certain length. I'm going to try to make Judge Wolf from this morning a short. If you see it, it would be great if you were to like it and share it or something. I'd like to see how shorts work. It being No Pants Friday and everything, I think is appropriate. So we'll do that. Judge is about to get up and go back to the back room and grab his robe and continue where he left off. But we are going to, meantime, bail on the judge and begin our lunch, which is overdue already. I wanted an invisibility cloak. Yeah, that was something else. That was something else, I'm telling you. It's a long short. I have to keep it under 30 seconds. I thought I could do shorts up to 10 minutes. Is that not a thing anymore? Anyway, I'll make a short. 60 seconds. I'll try it. We'll try to get just the best stuff and condense it together. All right, everybody, have a great lunch. We will see you back. Be good to each other. Tonight, when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again at 1:15 with the Megan Boswell sentencing. After that, the weekend will be upon us officially, and we will we'll kick it off. I may live stream the Collard Festival Parade. Just might. I'm thinking maybe. Oh man, I can't do it on this channel though, because they will play music. I will get a copyright strike. I'd have to do it on Facebook, and even that. I don't know if I could do it. Laws being what they are. All right, maybe a silent parade. We'll see. You guys have a good lunch. We'll see you afterwards. Bye.
There's nothing in the order that restrains you from talking to cats.
What more do you need to see?